Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Reassembly with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome back to the modded series. After a bit of a break, just to make sure I could continue playing this particular mod, the Reassembler mod, without any further crashes or issues, I am happy to say that will not happen again. After looking up the forums, it seems that going into the wormholes is a very common source of the bug we've already seen, which is a game crash and a save wipe. This time though, regardless, I am also keeping up backup saves, so no matter what happens, we should be absolutely fine. And of course, we've already started by being destroyed. Now, this time round, getting up to this stage, making sure I'm pretty close to where we were before, I've gone down a bit of a different route. Although, once again, I have got the reactive armour, and we are turning into the ultimate melee sort of ship, I will say, I actually started off with the Tempest and the drone launcher Gamma, which is absolutely terrible in small numbers, so that's not going to be used for some time. But the Tempest, however, is fantastic. Of course, this gun is from the Red faction and is considered one of the most powerful weapons in medium to short range the game has to offer, and it really does deliver. The amount of damage this thing gives is just insane. And of course, normally, that's purely because this tries to make up for the frail nature of the Red faction. But now that I've just unlocked the reactive armor, making us extremely sturdy with a good amount of melee damage, combining these two along with the Arcus laser from a different faction means we are going to be really beastly in close combat. Now, I do need a redesign on the ship purely because it's not designed to be close quarters just yet, as I was using drones and such, so the weird kind of winglets here, which is only attached by this one simple point, didn't need to be overly sturdy. And now it does. So what we're going to do before we actually carry on is we're going to go ahead, destroy these wing segments, and try to make ourselves more like an arrow, possibly even squeezing a second Tempest somewhere on the design. And so the Cthulhu's heart is reborn, and we are actually under attack by an agent. On the upside, we've just proven that the Cthulhu's heart can go through things pretty well. Our first kill by ramming already happening. So where is the agent's leader is the question. Oh, that seems rather isolated. Hello! Rammed into him, dealing a fair bit of damage, but sadly we was slowed down quite a bit by the asteroid and its plant life. We've also lost a couple of our thrusters already, meaning we are spinning out a little bit. Okay, regaining control. Let's see if we can try that again, hopefully this time making a cleaner hit. Or at least just staying close enough to actually deal damage. We don't have as many thrusters as I would like, but if he doesn't speed up now... There we go, straight through him. The agent is defeated, and the tiny little Cthulhu's heart gains its first kill. Excellent. Yeah, we still need more control on this thing. Still better controlling than the thing from last time, the Might, but still not perfect. Hello. Well, I cut off half of him. At least we've shamed him slightly, I suppose. We've stole your weapons, Red faction. Look, they're green now and everything. You're destroyed. Oh, we need more R storage. Yeah, we can't store resource at the moment at all. So as soon as I've got the credits, in fact I should have now, what we need to get is some form of storage. I don't think we've got any from last time. I remember checking before the crash and I couldn't find any then. So, what do we have here? Thanum. Our containment unit, our capacity is only at 50. Only at 50 as well, for more... Why are you more expensive than you? Perhaps you're just smaller. Ah, yeah, mass 13, mass 4. What we're looking for is a low mass, high storage. Is this all we have access to? I thought type of block, well, functional component were all basically attached to each other, so all of the thrusters in one area, all of the storage in another. But that's not storage, so that can't be true. Is there any other options, or is that what we have to go with? There we are, we now have some resource containment, admittedly in quite a vulnerable position, but it doesn't really matter if they are destroyed, as we don't lose the resource they were containing. I've also went ahead and grabbed us some shields, just so we have a little bit of protection. I noticed the back section here being destroyed a little bit too easily, and this way we always want the enemy fighting us from the front, so adding a bit of armor at the front, there really isn't an issue there. So we have our shields, we have a little bit extra armor, we have resource, everything we want. However, after we exit, there is something I noticed which looked really cool, and if I can find it again, I'll explain exactly what it is. The capacitor. Now this is an energy storage which doesn't actually produce energy by itself, and as the description there might suggest, this will allow teleportation on larger vessels, because of course teleporting requires more energy the more mass you have, and it can get to ridiculous levels of being expensive later on. So this might be cool for a ramming vessel, being able to teleport near the enemy and make really quick turns using that. With our shields now online, it's time to continue forwards and hopefully not clip a little bit of plant matter again. The plants in these games do have very odd collision characteristics, it must be said. Hello! Wow, you hit us with something really nasty then. Also a bit of weird lag in the game. Whoa, you had a nasty weapon! Considering the health of our armor being around about 4,000 per piece, that was a lot of damage just leveled at us. Unless the explosion radius perhaps damaged the more vulnerable armor inside, which would actually make a lot of sense. Also, we appear to have hooked onto the station. We are one station! There we go, we're okay, we're fine. Let's just upgrade our maximum ship resource. What I want to do still is completely shield us. Now, I don't think shielding affects our ramming capabilities, although I will check later. I've not really played a ramming faction with shields before. Does shield affect it? I'm sure I read someone saying before a long time ago about shields actually affecting your capabilities of ramming stuff, but I'm hoping that's not the case. Let's just do this. Anyway, so we have two shields in the front. There we go, really heavy shielding there on the front, although of course this can still be damaged. Actually, yeah, that's a really stupid place to put it, because this can be damaged and then make this section vulnerable. We'd want this further forward. We'd want it to actually cover all of the sections like that, and then simply remake this. Oh, you can't do it like that, okay. Oh, I see, that's got a bit of a bigger hitbox than I thought because of that little spike. Okay. I was wondering why that wasn't actually working. What's better with these? A double side or a regular? So, this is the equivalent of 4, it has 900, this is the equivalent of obviously 1 and has 225. So, pretty much the exact same, okay. Doesn't really matter then in the slightest. That's perfect for me, because it means I can be lazy and use these smaller blocks, which tend to be just easier to build with because you know what you're building up. We'll try and ram into an asteroid in a second once the shields are online and see if it's actually affecting us in any way. Still need to add guns to a station, and by that I probably need to actually make a station myself, so I don't think I can copy that design. I will try in a little while. Okay, let's see. Can I destroy things with the shield up? Yes, I can. Although, the very tip actually is still vulnerable. And we've just collected a load of seeds. Well, that's different. Okay, yeah, everything's going fine in terms of ramming and plant life. Yep, there we go. Let's just see if we can put the shields in a better place. I mean, the obvious place to fix this would be here and here or here. But then we're just making it even more vulnerable to explosions, that's the problem. Although, of course, shields do try to protect against explosions. But these are quite weak shields, and we're going to have them down a lot of the time. Is it worth it? I think it is. I think it is indeed. Let's get out of here. Let's see if we can get another station under our belt. More resource is good resource. Another 300 credits would not be bad. Okay, we've been travelling for a little while, and now we're at a station. So let's quickly gather this, and then we'll go after the agent currently to our east or south. Although I don't think there is south and east and all that stuff in space, but that's what I'll be saying anyway. To our right, in this general direction. Here's hoping we can kill it, because we didn't actually just sell all of our resource. Hello, you're an enemy. Boing. Do shields now protect against melee? It certainly seems like it. I mean, it was the same with the other one as well. There's one of them, but where's their leader before I start rushing in? Is that him? Okay, that's him there. Let's go for it. Missed completely, but at least we spin prettily. Oh, that's the leader. Okay, I was actually going after the wrong one anyway. I'm going to die, though, because that's huge. And there's so many of them. Wow, not good. Moving in for a second attempt, and... whoa, loads of them destroyed there. Well, with that sort of speed, I suppose that is kind of guaranteed, but even so. We've definitely killed more of them than they've killed me, considering it's only one death to them. Right now, though, really crippled. Most of our lasers are offline, almost all of our thrusters are offline. Will these little guys get the kill? I think they will. Our generator's now exposed, and boom. Well, on the upside, we killed a lot of them. I mean, we must have killed 2 or 3 there on the initial smash. After that, well, we killed a couple more on the way out as well. I am determined to kill this thing. It's just like last time. Even though they have far too many of themselves, I just need this kill for validation and for glory. Here we go, third try, and yes! Straight away destroying him with a melee attack. Absolutely beautiful. Third try's the charm and all that. Well, I'm happy. We're kind of stuck in the corpse of our enemy, which is pretty darn metal, honestly, but, there we go. We destroyed their leader, and thus we have got an extra 1,000 credits. And the agent is no longer actively heading towards us either, and will just randomly move around, because I'm not going to even try to kill what's left. So, 1,400 credits. What are we going to do with it? I kind of really want to see if we can teleport. That would be really cool, honestly. So I think we are going to do that. And one problem I have noticed is this section here, it not being so streamlined. The amount of times that has caught on something and not dealt the bonus melee damage, causing me to spin out and lose all of my speed there off camera, was ridiculous. It took me a good 2 minutes to actually get into a good position because of that. And so we're definitely going to be changing that in the future. I also do want the Mega Thruster, so we're going to be purchasing that straight away. I'm just trying to purchase things I know I'm going to use down the line right now, and I will definitely use the capacitor. That seems far too cool not to use. So, we have the capacitor, which costs 60, and the Mega Thruster, which only costs 25. That's the big thing. Only costs 25 ship resource, and yet provides 1,000 thrust, whereas this is 8 resource for 72,000 thrust. Sorry, 72 thrust or 72k, so I guess it would be 72,000. Either way, take away that and put that in as soon as we clear a little bit of space for it. Now that should be significantly faster, and now we have a lot of resource left to spare. Once again, this isn't really too bad if it gets destroyed, because we can always make energy again, but at the same time, I do want it to be somewhat safe. Actually, will this explode? I don't know if that'll explode. Does it act like a normal generator reactor? It probably does. I imagine it would, honestly, so sure. If something hits us here, we're dead anyway, so all of this will detonate at once. It'll be a glorious explosion, which of course is totally what we want to see. We could have a second one there. We're going to be extremely fast and incredibly hard to steer, but sure, why not? Let's add that there. Then we could remove that, put these. Oh wait, no, that wouldn't work at all. What am I talking about? That's in the middle, the centre of mass. That wouldn't help turning in the slightest. Well, it would very slightly, but certainly not enough to make it worth it. We could add them here, though that does make us incredibly vulnerable. But our turning is our major weakness right now. It's such a big concern, I think it's actually worth doing just for now. We can't afford 2, so that's not worth it either. Okay, well, that's that then. Let's see how we do. And will we actually have enough power to teleport is the big question. We started off with 2,480 power. We're about to add 10,000 to our maximum. Not enough power. Not enough power. Speed-wise, oop, crashing into our friend. Oh, that is so much faster on the startup. Yep, this is significantly faster than what we had before. Still need to redesign the sides of the ship, though, so we don't catch any more on things. Don't hit the plant. Plant. Plants will always resist damage. I don't care. They just don't follow the normal rules. Now can we teleport? No! Oh, how much power do we need? I bet there's like a calculation somewhere, like per mass. Well, there must be. Per mass must require X amount of power. Well, on the upside, we're still very good at meleeing other things, but plants will always be our downfall. No, that isn't enough. We haven't got enough power to teleport. Maximum power, still can't teleport. Okay, so clearly that's not going to work right now, which is a huge shame. We're also just bouncing off things too much. We need to be a lot more streamlined. Our armor needs to be placed in a much smarter way. Also, I see a damaged station currently on our radar. On the upside, every time we bounce, we've been destroying asteroids and such, so we are pretty much wrecking the solar system or galaxy we're currently in. I guess it'd be galaxy, because I haven't really seen a star, so we're just in a vague area with stars. I mean, technically, we might not even be in a galaxy. I don't really know. No stars, no planets, no nothing, really, just asteroids everywhere. Oh, that's so annoying, yeah, definitely need more power. I'll check that afterwards. The important thing is, we've progressed, and the game's back and not crashing, and that's the two important things. Our actual success, that's not as important. And yes, there we are. Okay, so I think for now I'm going to upgrade our maximum resource, and what I'm going to do off camera is destroy this section here because it's annoying me, make ourselves a perfect little weird triangle, and try to see if we can make ourselves a lot more effective at ramming. I also really want a couple more Tempests, which will require additional reactors. I also hope I don't keep on tumbling over words next time. It's been around about 15 minutes, we now have 3 more stations currently under our control, and I found out 2 fantastic things. The first thing is that it turns out we can teleport if we have more than 22,000 power. Now, although that is a lot of power and really makes it awkward for us, at least it means we can teleport. I thought it might have been something even more ludicrous, like 100,000, so I'm happy enough with that. The second thing I found out, which is the best thing, is that once you teleport, you don't actually lose your momentum. Meaning, if I'm going at full speed trying to ram something and there's an obstacle in our way, we simply teleport around it and we don't lose our speed, which means we can essentially be a teleporting missile if the needs happen. And the big thing with that is, with the agents, how many times did I miss while going at the right speed? So we could get up all our speed, we don't have to be deadly accurate, simply teleport into the right place and instantly destroy them. Now, one problem with this is it turns out if you teleport on top of an enemy, you sometimes simply explode. That's either the enemy firing at your reactors, or likely because you've just teleported into something solid, as it does work with asteroids as well. If you try and teleport into an asteroid, it does cause some significant damage to you. So I assume it's kind of perhaps a mixture of the two. Also, there's nothing down here. I've just been kind of going down here slowly and carefully for the last 5 minutes, and there is nothing here. Oh, and I bought a new weapon, the Lasertron, which may be replacing the Tempest. I'm not quite sure just yet. It's a point defense laser, which is actually meant to be a point defense laser, unlike the ones we have currently, which are our forced point defense lasers. And it does really well. I am a bit of a sucker for lasers, though. Anything which hits instantly is always so good. Is there anything at all down here at all? Just anything at all of value? Please, a damaged station, an enemy. Yes, a damaged station. Fantastic. Now, I don't want to waste the teleporters. Like I say, it does cost 22,000 power, and I haven't really upgraded our generators, our reactors, which means it does take a very long time to actually get that back. Gather up some speed. And just teleport in there. There we go. We at least damaged some of the enemies there, but sadly no destruction with that teleport. Whoa! What killed us? Oh no, I have to teleport all the way back up here. Oh, that was like literal despair then in my voice. That was such a long distance to be killed by I don't even know what, or how. Actually, I do know what it is, and it's a problem I haven't only seen, but kind of caused myself. I'll be honest though, that was the first time I've seen it to that extent. We currently have too many capacitors and reactors in our ship, so clearly we got hit with an explosive round, which detonated everything we have, so not the best there, really. I'm afraid, though, that's all the time we have today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the episode, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff help out me, help out the channel, and most importantly, show that Reassembly is a series you wish to see continued in the future. And with that, I would like to just say one last thing before we go, and that is a bit of an apology. I would like to say sorry that recently not only have videos been out a little bit less frequent, but also my speech in them have been a little bit weird, and I would like to say that that's something I can really help, but at the moment I'm simply going through a phase where my speech impediment is really coming through. I am struggling a lot at the moment to speak. I've actually seen a speech therapist again in the last week, and hopefully in the future more videos will be coming out at a much greater pace like they used to, 2 a day hopefully by the end of next week, but at the moment I have to take a lot of breaks between speaking, and it's coming through in the videos as well, where I used to stumble over words or words get mixed up. So thank you a lot for your patience. I just wanted to clarify that because people were asking where the videos have been, and it's just I'm struggling a bit at the moment with speaking. So thank you for your patience, thank you for watching, have a lovely day, please do take care, and until next time, goodbye.